Hey Capricorn, how are you? And welcome to March 2023. Cappy. What can I say? You are so stoic. God bless you. You take on an awful lot of responsibility, and we are going to be looking at that. But I've got to tell you that it's going to be a lot of success around career. I think you're very going to be motivated around that. Want to get to the top, and of course you are normally at the zenith of the chart, Capricorn energies. So let's have a little peep and see what's cooking now. Can I just say that, Scorpio energy, which of course is Pluto. Pluto is going to be making a move into Aquarius. That is going to be towards the end of the month. However, we are going to feel it. Okay, Saturn moving into Pisces as well. Now, Pisces are probably going to feel this a little bit more if you're sort of born at the beginning of the month. But we'll talk about that when we get to Pisces. But it's Saturn, again in Pisces, releasing, alright. But there can be no limit as to what can come towards you. But we're going to have a real good look at that, and we're going to see how I'm going to interpret these tarot as they come out. So let's have a little peek. So there's quite a few movers going on. We've got about 5 planets actually. Three of the majors, the houses, Mars, Saturn, and Pluto, and then we've got Mercury and Venus that are going to be making moves as well. Mercury into Pisces, Venus into Taurus. So let's have a little look and see what's cooking. Okay, Cappy. Wow, perfect. The Knight of Pentacle. Now, Knight energy is about action, and I've just made that statement about where I feel that, you know, you do take on a lot of responsibility. This is an earth energy, of course, and you are cardinal earth, but I do feel that there's going to be an awful lot of focus on work, career, where we're going. Definitely, when I'm looking at this 10th house, we've got Scorpio up there, South Node today, 1st of March. So again, resources, expansions, we can be looking at extremes. As I said, Scorpio is a Pluto energy, Plutonian energy. Pluto is still in Capricorn until around the end of this month. Then he's going to make that move into Aquarius. So you guys, you're going to get that taster for about 3 months. So yeah, can be excessive, can be extreme, but it is breaking through and certainly transforming the career, and a degree of notoriety coming with that. Okay, this is interesting because it is coming actually in a reversed energy. Now normally if it's coming this way, I saw, tentative application, you've been pushing forward, but it's actually coming in towards you. So again, really decent messages coming in here, Cap. So if you have been sort of pushing and you've not felt that you've sort of gained too much ground, okay, with this energy of the night, I think that is going to change. So Capricorn, if you want the responsibility, it's coming for you. If anybody can hold their shoulders square, it's you. And I certainly feel that there is going to be that. I also think that there's this sort of feeling a bit more revitalised as well. This is not going to resonate with every Capricorn, but either way, it's very much geared around successes to do with financial and career. So there's some good stuff coming in. Wow, fantastic. Love it. Contractual again, guys. This is good. It's a Libra energy. You could well find yourself working with different groups of people, new faces coming in around you, certainly with Plutonian energy moving from Capes at 29 degrees today, 1st of March, going to be moving into Aquarius. So again, this transformational energy, of course Uranian energy, the Aquarius energy is a little bit of Saturn, a little bit Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus. So, and that energy is happening in that 4th house. So yeah, definitely changing situations where you're feeling that, dare I say it, all your chickens are coming home to roost. and there is this sensation of betterment coming in, and certainly better cooperation. And I'm absolutely convinced that you're going to be moving in sort of different groups that ultimately are going to open these new avenues to do with your career, finances, more success. There's a few bob coming into the coffers here, guys, so this is good. It doesn't come without responsibility and hard work. However, it is suggesting that if a lot of you Capricorns have been struggling, you've had a lot of weight, but this is very, very good news. Page of Rod energy. Again, it's rods. And it may well be that you are asked to take on something that you may not be 100% qualified to do. Now, that doesn't mean to say, Capricorn, that you can't do it. You know, you can do anything you turn your hand to. You're very solid. Your 10th house, you know, that's a solid energy. It is Saturn, but we've got Saturn, as I said, moving into Pisces. He's moving out of Aquarius, so if it has been a bit stressful, has been a little bit heavy on the head, you know, and you've not had too much cooperation, I'm suggesting to you with this energy of justice, Libra, that we're actually going to achieve that now. So there is this real sense of achievement going forward. The hard work, everything that you've put in, ultimately is going to pay off for you. I love it. And again, this energy is yours. This is Capricorn energy, devil energy. It does talk about limit. However, it's coming forward reversed. Right. And so what that's saying to me here is, you know, limits that you weren't able to, how can I put this, maybe breach, or boundaries, right? This is a boundaries energy. All of that's going to melt away as it's moving into Pisces. And at the end of the day, there can be this endless opportunity, if you like, to achieve. This is really, really good. Wow, fabulous. Again, massive connection here. It's a gate card in my view. Readers read it very differently. I've worked this way for 35 years, cannot change, can't teach an old dog new tricks, and this is how I see the ace of swords slicing through. It is a mental energy. You're going to have to use your head to do it, but at the end of the day, you know, you guys are a very authoritative sign, and I feel confident that you are going to be working well with this. I've got you moving on to mountains of direction. Note the red cloak, love it in this deck, the Morgan Greer deck. We're moving on to mountains of potential, not looking back, right? We're just climbing up the mountain now, and you are the proverbial mountain goat, guys. We're not looking back. So this is an emotional energy as well, I've got to tell you, because I'm taking this as a cup energy here, obviously. There's no guilt, you know, that's another energy that comes under Capricorn. God, you guys, you can feel so guilty about all sorts of things, but we are moving away from that. And if you have to sort of end, let me just say, end an association, if you start new contracts, you know, and you feel that you've been less appreciative, or they've been less appreciative of you, not felt so valued, we're moving away from it. Don't forget Uranus, joint ruler of that 10th in Taurus. So value systems. Wow. Now I'm looking at relationship. Woo. So we could have some nice new energies moving around that. We've still got Mars in that 6th house, guys, so, you know, there could be a lot of hedonistic stuff going on there. It's Gemini energy, lots of communications. It's square Neptune in Pisces, so yeah, it could be coming in from all angles. Can cause a degree of confusion, but at the end of the day it's great. And all I want to say is dream big, because all the work and the effort that's going in here, I definitely feel it's going to pay off for you, and I do have you breaking through. So financially, we've got decent stuff on the table. If you are in a position where you are, you You're fortunate enough to be in employment. There's a lot of people out there that may be listening to this that aren't. But again, I want to say there is fulfillment, there is an upliftment, Capricorn, so do not despair. All the effort that we've been putting in, it is going to pay off for you. So some really good stuff around money. Pluto asked us to go real deep and also recognise our own power and stand within that power. And I've really got you breaking out of that limited energy. It's been in Capricorn for an awful, awful long time. We're going to have a nice taster of this next 3 months, you guys, as it moves into Aquarius, is in your first house, which of course naturally Aries. And again, Mars is going to make a move into Cancer. Now, this is very interesting energy because Mars is not actually altogether at home in Cancerian energy. It's a very sort of passive, aggressive. So we could have a sort of where we have a spurt and then it goes a little quiet while we have to go into the self and work through things. There may be quite a lot of written work, you may have to do quite a lot of tech, i.e. you might be on the computers quite a lot, guys, if that's the sort of work that you have to do. Could have an awful lot of letter writing, this sort of stuff. But either way, whether or not it's data intake, whether it's data output, at the end of the day, a bit of that to do, but I do feel comfortable that you are going to be okay. So very, very much transforming you, feeling a lot more emotionally secure as well, because of the financial upgrade, if you like, feeling a lot more upbeat. So this is great. Wow. Again, the Two of Pentacles. So, again, you may have been a bit middle of the road. And I mean, the thing about Capricorn is you do quite like to be top of the shop, literally. You are the leaders of men. I mean, one could argue and say that's an Aries energy, but all cardinal signs, I see them as empire builders, right? So, cardinal energies, at the end of the day, they are quite forceful, and certainly there's this element of feeling much more grounded if we've been not too sure as to where things have been going. Wow. And Queen of Cup energy, this is very interesting. So there could be new associations. The Queen energies, don't forget. Queens, these are, like the kings, very together. And emotionally, this is suggesting whether or not male, female, it doesn't really matter to me. If I take it as a personality trait, then this is suggesting to me that there is a lot more emotional security that's coming in. And of course, you're a Capricorn, so you're going to feel more emotional security if you've got some more financial security. But I do feel that there is this growth around your finances, certainly around your career and around your successes as you're moving forward. Wow. Now then, interesting. I also want to pick up on this one a little bit here, because if I move this away, all right, we've got the Justice card. It is Libran, so this is the way I'm viewing it. I'm looking at the tarot for you as well, don't forget. So Libran energies here, and it does talk about, relationships, new associations. We've already talked about you. That may change because of Pluto moving into out of Capricorn now, moving into Aquarius. So yeah, definitely new associations, and I need to sort of leave the leaving things behind. So again, if there has been emotional insecurity within yourself, if it has been an emotional link that we're still trying to sort of move away, we're still trying to sort of deal with, then certainly I feel the Aquarius energy moving into Pluto is going to allow you the power to do that, given the fact it's operating in your first house. First house is naturally very Mars on the clock, even though it is Cappy for you. But your second house, of course, finances, Aquarius, unexpected. And it's great. I mean, we can even have more than that, excess, around that. Quite a lot of dosh coming through, but it doesn't come without its responsibility and its hard work. But you will get there. That's what you're good at. Wow, fabulous. I'm loving it. I just talked about sort of being stuck a little bit emotionally. This is telling me Again, mental energies, sword energies. It is a 6, karmic. We're moving away from that. We're letting go. That's very important, I feel, again, with Pluto in moving into Aquarius for you guys. It is important because at the end of the day, it's sort of, it's all about evolution. And even though emotionally we may have been dashed against the rocks on occasion, I just think you're very, very geared and fired towards letting that be and concentrating on the self, certainly with Pluto in that first. And I think that's going to work really well for you guys. So this is good. I've got you moving forward. Wow. I said to you, this is past energies. Again, it's karmic. Another 6. So moving beyond those emotional reflections, if you like, and it is great and it is good to reflect, but remember, we're all doing it with Pluto, and Pluto is about that. He is the psychological sign, he is the deep diver, he does go into the past, it is about our history, our past, but I do feel with this karmic energies, 2 6s coming in together, we're moving beyond that, so that's good. Wow. And again, this 2, where we've been stuck, right, perfect. Where we've been stuck, we're now moving beyond that. Okay, let me just align these for you guys so I can see it. I'm not working with a 16 because I don't have the camera for it today, but normally I would do it in groups of 4, but I'm having to do it in groups of 8 this week. So again, it's sort of, we've gone this 2, but what we got above, so this is really good. It's like slicing that away, moving away from stagnation, moving away from what I would say a falsehood of permanence in a way. In other words, there's no movement with this. It's very stagnant energy in the mind. Okay, so we're moving away from that, we're releasing it, and the power of this sword is allowing us to do that and move forward with no regret. So this is good. I cannot believe it. Look at this. Whoa, the Knight of Swords. So it's going to happen fast. It can come out of the blue. There can be these opportunities. I say this with love, Cappy. We have got, because we've got Uranus in Taurus, and because we've also got Venus that's going to be moving into Taurus, we can all get a little bit lazy, but this is not a time to get lazy. This is a time to keep going because you are going to benefit, you are going to get across that line. This is really good. There is graft, but at the end of the day, that work does pay off for you guys. Fantastic. Moon energy, what can I say? For me, again, I look at this and I see a lot of Pisces, and because we've got Saturn, of course, it's perfect. Moving into Pisces, Saturn, of course, rules your sign, the taskmaster, the responsible one, all of those things. But this is great because Pisces, at the end of the day, does talk about a degree of release of that tension, okay? Particularly with the sword energy placed where it is. So this is nice. Guys, let's get the last one out and complete this for you. Perfect. I cannot believe it. You've actually got 3 6s on the table. So we've got 3 6s. Look, here they are. So again, releasing old karma, releasing, any emotional or giving ourselves a hard time. We're sort of moving away from that. We're recognizing our own power. We're now moving towards it. We're not going to take any prisoners. We're happy to take on the responsibility if at the end of the day we're paid good for it. All right, so it is about money, it's about resources. Uranus in Taurus operating in that 4th for you. It's going to give you a lot more emotional boost. You're going to be feeling all right. And again, can be quite heady, can be quite stressful initially. But don't forget, Mars is going to move into Pisces, going to give us a little bit of a respite, so we can have a little bit of aggressive, so it can be fast moving, and then we get that little bit of respite in between. But yeah, I'm liking it. Just one thing I wanted to add before I finish this, guys. With Saturn, your ruler, moving out of Aquarius, it is currently in the second house, which of course is Taurus, it's financial. But Saturn for me can also talk about, because it's moving it into Pisces, can talk about spiritual disciplines. And because we've got that Mars in Gemini in that sixth, it can be quite helpful, I feel, to even though you might not do it, we've got a square to Neptune, but the way I'm looking at this is, we can escape through some sort of a spiritual discipline, meditative, exercise, yoga, anything like that. Yeah, I mean, we can do it excessive. We can, if you want to drink, you can drink. But, Mercury is going to be moving into Pisces. We need to watch for excesses. I've said this in every sign up until this point. It is important. It is operating there for you. So, it is in Taurus. Wow, let's all have a good time. Let's do it. So we just need to watch that as well, guys, because it is there. So yeah, that's just me throwing that in there. But yeah, career, success, limitations being lifted, slicing away, not looking back, guys. And even if that does link with new associations, relationships, either way, in your business life, there's going to be new faces coming around you all the time. So watch who you meet. Watch your bank balances grow and watch your confidence grow, Capricorn. It doesn't come without responsibility, but you guys are no strangers to that. Okay, great to hear from you again, guys. I hope you're happy with that. Please remember, if you do like what you hear, it's quite a long one, it's 20 minutes this one, guys, but I had plenty to say for you. But if you do like what you hear, please give it a thumbs up and please share it on the YouTube channel, because it really does help me, and I hope to see you soon. God bless, take it easy, bye now.